On several occasions we have declared variables. Using a dim statement, we've declared a variable, for example my file, as a string. And a variable is basically a name that we give to something that will change every single time, but we give it a name so that we can easily capture it and manipulate it and work with it. But besides declaring variables, we also declare constants. Constants are things that don't change. Everything sort of changes to a degree, but are fairly constant. And so we need to be able to quickly find that constant in one location and be able to update it in one location. We also tend to refer to constants in capitals to make them easy to distinguish. Constants are things like pi and the speed of light. They don't change. But there's some things we make as constants, such as GST, which do change, but do remain stable for a while. And so if we declare GST as a constant, we can easily locate it and change it if we have to. What I'd like to do is create a new file, as I've done, and save it as Chapter 9, and then I'm going to create a new module named Mod Tax, and I want to copy and paste a sub-procedure called Calc Income Tax into that module. I'll go to my code file and I'll find Calc Income Tax, and I'd like to copy and paste this. Okay, so what we have here in the sub-procedure is we have one variable called my tax, and it's declared as currency. But then we have 4 constants. Notice the word const. The constants' names also appear in capitals, tax level 1, 2, 3, and 4. I've declared each of these constants as a single, which is quite a large number with decimal places. The New Zealand tax laws as of the beginning of 2017 meant that if you earned under 14,000 you were taxed at 10.5%. If you earned under 48,000 you were taxed at 17.5%. And if you earned between 48 and 70,000 you were taxed at 30%. And if you earned over 70,000 in income you were taxed at an income rate of 33%. These are fairly stable and have been stable for a few years, a couple of years now in New Zealand, and may be stable for a little while longer. If perhaps they should change though, I can easily find where they are and I can easily update them. So given these 4 constants, I've now got an input box. I'll just take out application because that's overkill. I've got an input box that says, what is your income? And then it selects the case depending on my income. If the case is that I've earned less than or equal to 14,000, then my income will be taxed at 0.105, 10.5 cents in the dollar, or 10.5%. If my income is less than or equal to 48,000, then the first 14,000 will be calculated at 10.5%, which gives me 1,479, and then the difference is calculated at tax level 2. If my tax level is less than or equal to 70,000, then the first 14,000 is taxed at 10.5%. The next difference is at 17.5%, and then the difference after that is taxed at the level 3 rate. And so it continues. Ultimately, the message box will come up and say that the tax on your income is, and tell you. So if I was to run this F5 and I was to say I earned 75,000. And OK, it says to me the income tax on the 75,000 is 15670 blah blah blah. Now I might like to actually format these a little bit. So I might say that I actually want to, if I click OK, format this, and I'll format it to $, hash, comma, hash, hash, 0.00, round bracket. I might have to put that in double quotes. And I'll just test this. F5, what is your income? 75,000, and there it is there. So it's formatted my income. The tax on income 75,000 is this, which is a little bit difficult to read. So I'm also going to format my tax. So I will take a copy of that and replace that Alright, so if I run this, F5, if I earned 10,000, then the tax I will pay, the income I will pay in New Zealand in 2017 is $1,050. So a constant is easily declared using the const statement. If the tax laws should change in New Zealand and it goes from 33 to 40, I can easily change it in one place and everything will just know that that constant is updated.